Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's W-O-R-I-M-I, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies. Yes, the sun is out after 2 days of absolutely flogging horizontal, and a bindi dog, horizontal freezing rain. The sun's decided to make an appearance again, so this is Australia in winter. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? Entertainment only. I am going to, well, where on earth do I start? I'm actually going to start with the Russian and the volcano that's erupting, and the Orange Twerp sending subs to Russia, and Russia replying in regards to that. So let's get started. If you can hear Bindi drinking, that's she's just been at the water bowl and now she's going to have a snooze under my feet. Okay, so first of all, I suspect my first question is even though it was on Untruth Social, did the US, did the Orange Twerp actually order, and are they going? So order nuclear subs. Now, nuclear subs doesn't mean that they're nuclear capable. It often just means that they're nuclear powered. So it doesn't mean they're actually carrying nuclear warheads. So let's have a look. Did the Orange Felon order subs? Oh, in fabulous news, the Smithsonian has announced that it is going to restore Trump's impeachment to their exhibition. Ha! Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Okay, let's have a look. Did the Orange Twerp actually order subs to Russian waters? Did he actually order subs to go to Russian waters? Oh, you want that one? Okay. Yes, he did. Yes, yes, yes. 3 yeses. I know if you're wondering about these cards, they're just blank cards that I wrote yes and no on. There's 12 yeses, 12 nos, and 2 blank ones. 2 blank ones just in case they're going, oh, there isn't an answer to that. Yes, so yes, he did. Did the subs go? Now, I just want to point out that apparently, the Orange Twerp said it was after words with Dmitry Medvedev. I have been saying for 12 months or more, I can't remember how long I've been saying now, that I kept picking up a Dmitry. Dmitry was the one that was in charge of the Kremlin. I can't pick up Putin. I don't know whether he has passed over. I haven't been able to pick him up for a long time now, actually 18 months. I don't know whether he's passed over or he's just so incredibly ill. And I think about 10, 12 months ago, I said Dimitri. And then I was trying to work out which Dimitri, because there's about 3 or 4 of them that could have possibly been. And I think we landed on Dmitry Medvedev. So it was words with Dmitry, not with Putin. And given that, apparently in response to the subs being sent, it was Victor Vodolatsky. I'm sure I've got that wrong. That basically said, let them come. We've had them in our crosshairs for a while now. And claiming that Russia has more submarines in the oceans than the US. And I'll get to the submarine base that was damaged with the tsunami shortly, and the volcano. But not Putin, Victor and Dmitry. Okay, let me ask, did this, and I got no as in Putin, so let's have a look. My question is did are the submarines going on their way? Are they, now a few of my beautiful viewers have pointed out to me that with the Trish James Oracle, I got the submarine quite a number of times, and actually I got it about twice as much as I actually showed you as well, and I'm like, yeah, nothing to do with submarines. And then of course, submarines, important lesson. So are the submarines either on their way or nearby? Yes, they are. Okay, so I want to have a look to see what's going to happen. Now, I did post in my post section. If you go to Meister Tarot under any video, it'll take you to the main page and you'll see a segment called posts. I posted under there a news article about potential destruction of the the Russian Pacific submarine base. Aerial shots did actually show, satellite shots showed that some of the piers, etc., have been literally broken away and swung around into other piers, PIERS, or is it whatever way round it is. I'm just trying to picture it in my brain. It's my dyslexia kicking in. Okay, so, and apparently Mount Krashenikov is erupting for the first time in 500 years on that eastern side, I believe, of Russia, in the area where they had the 8.8 earthquake. So, oh, and I just want to point out, I actually mentioned it, I think, again in my post section. I was driving home yesterday, and I drove past a low-lying area, and with all the rain, it had surface flooding on it. Some paddocks full of black swans. So many. Oh well, I was the passenger, hubby was driving, and so many black swans I couldn't count them. So, are we up to black swan time? Now I'm using my runic tarot and I've got my cheat sheet there. Let's have a look. Actually, I'll pop my cheat sheet on that side because it's easier for me to look at. Let's have a look. What do we need to know? Okay, thank you. What do we need to know? I think we are going to get some news pretty shortly about somebody being on the wrong side of the grass. To quote Laurie from Way of Positive Change, somebody that's fallen off the twig, passed over. I think we're going to get some news. This is the Knight of Swords and the Death card. I think there's going to be news that comes out very shortly about somebody who has passed over. Now, I suspect they passed over a while ago. I do feel, I keep getting this vision of 3 morgue drawers being pulled open. One has the real Putin in it, but the body is so decomposed that they're trying to choose, do they use that or do they, for display, do they use that or do they use one of the other 2, which were body doubles? What a choice to make. Yeah, things are going to stop. Things are ending. Things are coming to an end in regards to this total corruption and disregard for human life. And then we've got the Judgment card. So I'll just toss those back. What question do I actually want to ask? Tell me about the US, sorry, not the US, the Russian submarine bases. Now, apparently there's something that's come out that has said that Dmitry Medvedev threatened Trump with, we have the videos or something. I believe that is false. However, it's very believable, but I believe it is false. So show me, what do we need to know, given that it's Dmitry Medvedev and Victor V, I shall just call him. And I only know how to pronounce Medvedev because of the tennis player. Okay, what do we need to know in regards to Russia? They've had the 8.8, they had the big tsunami. Satellite images are showing the destruction of the Pacific submarine base, big submarine base. Mount Krashenikov has erupted. What do we need to know about what's happening internally within Russia? Come on down. Sorry about my big blurbly interruption in introduction. Let's have a look. The Magician is the first card out. So what's happening within the within Russia? Well, he's very much the manipulator, as in the look over here while this is happening over there type energy. Just get that out of the way because it's a bit light. And I know these cards are quite dark. When I get an office, I will have a black cloth. Yeah, the magician, the manipulator, but he's also the manifester of something new, something coming together and something new. So let's see where this goes. What's happening within Russia? We've got the Four of Wands here. This is very much about finding oneself entrapped by the messaging. Cornered rat, but the messaging's getting tighter and tighter. So that's the challenge. Challenge to the manipulation. Okay, the challenge to the manipulation is that the net is tightening with the information that's actually coming out. We've got the High Priestess here, the energy that the Kremlin is stewing in at the moment, or the supposed's in charge, the High Priestess. Secrets that are hidden, but the bison is in the room. We can all see it. We can all see it. We know it's there. The secrets are visible, even though will continue to try and spin. I think they're done already. The tower is in the past. They're over, and I'm just going to say they're done already. And what is happening is there's this illusion of control. I think Russia is done. And when I'm talking about Russia, I'm not talking about the everyday people that are standing in the 6-hour bread lines. I'm talking about those that create the propaganda and dictate, etc. Speaking of propaganda and dictating, that YouTube video from the Indian presenter was apparently, according to KKK Levitt, the orange twerp has brokered peace in 10 different wars or so. Oh, goodness me. So I think I honestly think Russia's already done. Speaking of which, Ukraine has struck another 2 oil depots, I believe. One of them in Sochi. So Ukraine's getting the upper hand. Oh, and speaking about Ukraine, with the reintroduction of the anti-corruption bill, apparently a Ukrainian Minister of Parliament, some district heads and city administrators and National Guards, etc., have been arrested for financial corruption, basically, for upping drone prices, invoices by 30% to charge the government, and then pocketing the balance themselves. So good. It's a difficult time for Ukraine, but they really need to weed this out to go forward. But the fact that these arrests are happening means that Ukraine, for me, what I'm getting from my guides, is that Ukraine is in these final stages. And instead of desperately trying to hold on, the advantage is Ukraine's, and they're clearing house, ready for this next stage. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to see other countries do that, not looking at anyone in particular. And the energy over the Kremlin at the moment is the moon energy. Secrets being revealed, literally the fight of good versus evil. And if you have a look at this, what have we got? 4 major arcana out of 5 cards. And the through line is the moon, secrets revealed about the manipulation, that is the High Priestess coming out and for all to see. And finding themselves trapped by trying to spin this propaganda message. I think the Kremlin came out and basically said, oh, there's no damage to the submarine base, when it is visible beyond doubt on the satellite photographs. Okay, the immediate future, we've got the Queen of Swords. strategy coming forward, feminine energy, drawing this sword. It is my Harris card. Now, I haven't looked to see what sign Yulia Navalny is, but we've got this female energy coming forward with this sword of truth in the immediate future, like immediate future. I'm not talking about tomorrow, but within weeks, within a month. You've got this Queen of Swords energy coming through. Externally, I think we're going to get an announcement about a passing, an unaliving, the truth about this unaliving, and it's the end. So externally, death; internally, the Ten of Swords. The truth will prove that the current situation in Russia, in the Kremlin, is done. It's done. And I think it's done already. The propaganda just hasn't come out. Well, the propaganda machine's still going. The truth just hasn't come out as of yet. So this may even be a truth within Russia, because queens for me are internal and kings are externally doing. Internal action, external action. Okay, hopes and fears. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. A lot of hard work going behind the scenes. Money trails coming out is a huge one as well. That reminds me, I haven't written it down, but I want to have a look with the Jack Smith scenario. But yeah, the hopes and fears, money trails coming to light, but also the hard work of the rebuild. You've got these blank shields on the wall, and then you've got these two here that the apprentice and the master are working on to bring to completion. So, okay, let's see where this goes. Feminine strength, compassionate strengths, new energy strength. This is the outcome. And the bear can mean Russia as well, even though he's a polar bear. I believe in the Lenormand deck, or the Lennies, or whatever, I'm not sure. I'm just trying to remember which deck it is. The bear does mean Russia. So this is about the feminine energy. You've got the little fairies on here as well. I don't know if you can see them, just magical feminine energy, taming the strength of Russia. You've got the Ten of Pentacles. This is about an end of a legacy. It can also mean oligarchical money, but this is intergenerational handover pretty much. And then we've got, I love these cards going forward. And then we've got the Six of Swords, which is about packing up the truth and moving forward out of troubled waters towards this new dawn, this new beginning, this new day. We've got the Three of Swords, the beheading of those that are treasonous, the smoke and mirrors, or just simply the emotional choices going forward. And these are sort of supplementary cards. And the Nine of Wands, putting up some sort of guardrails. And then we've got the Justice card. Oh, I like these cards. And then you've got the Queen of Pentacles. Again, this feminine energy coming forward, followed by the Queen of Wands, the inspirational female. And then you've got the King of Cups, the emotionally mature, stable. Look at these. Oh gosh, after the Justice card. Loving it. Loving it. Okay. But have to get through this stage to start with. So, okay, I'm getting that. The Kremlin's already done. I think what's happened is we've got the illusion, because the magician can mean illusions. There's the illusion that the likes of Medvedev, etc., are still in power. Okay, so show me. Actually, they're telling me to change decks. I'm going to use my Smith Wait tarot deck. Nice. Okay, nope. They're telling me to use the I may end up using both. I'm going to use the predictions deck. What is going to be the process? What is going to be now? That's Tish James, the Australian artist and oracle maker, not to be confused with Trish James, the Australian, not to be confused with Tish James, the New York Attorney General, prosecutor, can't remember. You know who I'm talking about. Okay, explosive situation. And then we have the look at the sunflowers. They're a positive outcome. Got to call that my Ukrainian card. I've been saying sadly for, gosh, feels like years, that there will be some sort of in silo, so it won't launch, in silo nuclear explosion, as there is this desperation. Yeah, unexpected results. We've also got the evidence of a scandal. So are we approaching that as evidence of the scandals is coming out, not looking at you, Orange Twerp, or you, Ukrainian Minister of Parliament? Is this what's leading up? So show me just in a couple of cards what is going to be the lead up. What is going to be the lead? What are we going to see for this Kremlin Tower moment to be exposed? Right, so many people, right? Underground and hiding. But a good outcome. Okay, well, that didn't tell me a lot. Remembering that oh, okay. So what else are we going to see? Because I'm wondering whether this is related to that Hamas video being released. Oh, ghastly, ghastly, ghastly. 90,000 people in Sydney on one of the most feral days we've seen in years, as in horizontal rain and wind. 90,000 Australians marched over Sydney Harbour Bridge, almost double what organisers were expecting. And interesting that the conversation with world leaders has changed now that they're talking about starvation instead of genocide. It's almost like starvation is sort of acceptable to be awful, whereas genocide isn't. Anyhow, so many people underground and hiding, good outcome. So what are we going to see? Spreading and mutating. Oh, again, this card keeps coming up. And the controlled narrative. So this is the propaganda. And security cameras. Spreading, mutating, controlled narratives, and submarines. There's that submarine card. It keeps coming up. Security cameras, battle warship. This to me would be satellite photographs. This could be the volcano erupting, although I do have a volcano erupting card in this deck. Something spreading and mutating. This could simply be the news spreading and mutating, or the uprising. Controlled narrative. We've got security cameras, submarines, battle warships, and society collapse. Okay. Is there, what is it, summer in Russia at the moment? Is there some sort of virus mutating that they're trying to, and then we've got the Ukraine card. and uprooted, taken out. Can't say I've seen that card before, but this reminds me of the opening of the morgue drawers. And then we've got new rules, new beginnings. So the uprooting of, well, this is Ukraine. And Ukraine has been uprooting the corruption, and the new law has come into effect. So it feels imminent because we've got the submarines, we've got the satellite photographs. Haven't seen the battle warships yet, but that's not to say that they're not. And then we've got the society collapse. Then we've got Ukraine here, and we've got the sinking of a ship. And then we've got the uprising rebellion. Okay. We've then got the controlled puppet with his energy weapon. And then returns to normal. I don't quite know about that one. Resigns, leaves office. I don't know that they'll tip it. And then we've got floods and heavy rains. So, and evidence of a scandal coming out. What else have we got there? Right. Oh, and absolutely all for the money, cyber attack, lies, deception, AI tech. So what I'm going to say is keeping quiet, but a tsunami and a commercial aeroplane. Okay, what I'm going to say is watch for. We've already got a lot of this happening already. But then we have this controlled puppet with this energy weapon. So watch for a ship sinking, because a lot of this has already happened. Watch for a ship sinking. And then we get into that cornered rat scenario. And then we see some sort of energy weapon. I don't quite get this returns to normal, but somebody's going to resign. There's going to be flooding. There's going to be a tsunami. And there's going to be a cyber attack. And it's all about money. So there's a couple of things that will yet happen. A ship sinking. Tell me if there's been one already in the Russian fleet recently. I'm talking about in the last, few days, last week. But then they've had landslides with the flooding, which I think are going to continue, but we've got more flooding. We've had the tsunami, the commercial airline. Russia apparently is calling on the Ethiopian Airlines to give them their aeroplanes. Feels like this has all happened already. Evidence of a scandal, which we know, the sinking, it feels like it's happened already. Except for this cyber attack. Maybe that's the cyber attack is what brings it all out, because it feels like all of that has happened already. They've had a tsunami, they've had massive flooding, the submarine base, the aerial, the satellite photographs, show me. Has most of this happened? These are just my yes/no cards. Has most of this already happened? We're just not seeing it. Yes and no. Let's have a look. Has most of what these cards are showing me already happened? It's just not being reported. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. What? Yes, yes, yes. I'm just going to... Yes. Most of it has already happened. It's just not being reported as of yet. So, where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? I'm going to use the Smith-Waite tarot deck. A lot of us have seen Putin being the first, Trump being the second, and then Netanyahu being the third, but they will all go down in really short order. So show me. I don't even know if I need to go any further. I think I might just leave this reading here. I'm just going to say a lot of what has already happened is going, those cards are telling me are going to happen, have already happened. Okay. Catch you shortly. Take care.